mean, really? $2,500 for a couple of bandages and ointment?
Yeah, pretty expensive for a prank.
Yeah. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make all this money so that way I can pay off this damn bill.
Don't worry, boss. I'll help you out.
Huh. What are you gonna do? Get a job? Jeez.
Even better. I'll just whore myself out to the women in town, and we'll have that money in no time. Don't wait up for me, boss.
Yeah, you have fun with that. Wait, what?
Here. Let's go.
Hi, Faceless here, and film adaptations. It seems like Hollywood's been doing a lot of them over the past couple of decades. But in reality, this is nothing new. Hollywood's been doing it for years, even from its early days. Back when the idea of film was new and movie theaters were just opening up, people back then just took it for what it is and didn't really have high expectations. I mean, could you imagine how it felt to see your old stories put on the big screen? It was a treat to begin with. Nowadays, it's nothing really new, and to add to the ante of that, we as a society expect more of better quality in our stories, especially the fans of the novel that the film is targeted on. Which brings us to this next film, Insurgent. This is the second story of the Divergent series. Little warning, if you hadn't seen the first Divergent movie, I would suggest watch that one first before you decide to go see Insurgent. The story pretty much picks up where the last one left off, with Tris, played by Shailene Woodley, and her love interest, Ford, played by Theo James, along with two others finding sanctuary in another faction called Amity. Now these guys in this faction are pretty peaceful-minded people, basically the hippies/Amish of this dystopian saga. Our heroes are being hunted by the Erudites in the Dauntless faction led by Janine, played by Kate Winslet. At the same time, the baddies find this box that was in Triss's parents' house. Apparently, it holds the key to the way of life and their future in this world. However, the only one that could open this box up is a Divergent. Convenient, huh? So now the search intensifies for not only Triss, but any other Divergent that's in hiding. After Triss and her crew escape from the Dauntless search party, they find themselves with the Factionless, led by Ford's mother, Evelyn, played by Naomi Watts. The Factionless are trying to create an army to basically start a revolution against the order of things. At the same time, Triss is still trying to deal with the events of the last movie, where she's blaming herself for the deaths of her parents and some of her friends. She is taking it so hard that she's starting to have nightmares, and it's almost like having a case of PTSD. Basically, the story comes down to where we find out that Triss is the only one that really can open the box. And rather than have more people die because of her, Triss decides to turn herself into Janine. Triss is put through a bunch of simulated trials to try to get the box open, because that's the only way that you're going to get the box open, by doing simulated trials. And the message ends up being not what everybody thought it was going to be. And then the movie ends with somewhat on a good note. And that's pretty much it. The end. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Yeah, never mind. I just looked it up. There's another book, and they're probably going to make another movie out of that in the next couple of years. Figures. Now, I never really read the book, so I didn't know what to expect. But yet, watching it, I can't help think that the film was missing something. Aside from the main plot, which was simplistic and really not showing me anything new, the subplots were lackluster and uninteresting, to say the least. From my standpoint, it felt like they did cut some parts out that would have made this movie a bit more interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, I got bored with this film. The action sequences were good, and the simulated trials that Triss went through were great. But compared to the first film, there was a huge difference. I enjoyed the last film enough to give the sequel a chance. And then the acting, it was meh. Well, except for Woodley, she pretty much held this film together. I mean, I really believed in her character, whereas the other characters, I just really didn't care about. I mean, they were just there. Beyond Woodley's performance, there was nothing else that this film had to offer me. So my final recommendation, if you're a fan of this film, maybe rent it for a night or two. For everyone else, just wait till it comes out on cable. Well, this wraps up this week's episode. If you have any comments, please post them below. You can also find me on peanutbutterdisaster.com, where there are other reviewers with great content, so check them out. And lastly, if you hadn't done so yet, hit the subscribe button below for more upcoming reviews.
Hey, boss, I'm back. Check your banking account.
Holy, how did you...
Boss, I wouldn't ask. You probably don't want to know.
You know what? You're probably right. But thanks, bud.
Don't mention it. Hey, I still have one more client later tonight. Can I use your computer to look up something?
Yeah, sure. It's in my room.
Cool. I just need to find out how to do Dragon Style.
Yeah, that's great. Wait, what? This is Faceless, signing off.
Right here.
Peanut butter disaster.